Hey, how you doing, everybody? As always, this is JD Lewis with Untamed Conversations, and tonight we're actually going to branch off of my last episode about addiction and depression. There wasn't much that we can get out in the last episode, so I really wanted to get in it and get into it right now. As you all know, I've explained I have a personality that is sometimes addictive. I get depressed. And that's been going on for a long time, you know. Obviously, no drugs, nothing like that. That's not what I'm talking about. For me, I'm talking more about the depressed side. You know, I'm always the happy one, smiling, laughing, life of the party. Every party I go to, I just try to have fun and be that person. But it gets tiring, it gets hard. You can't always do that. You can't always pretend. Am I in a good place? Yeah, right now I am. I'm a great husband. I'm an amazing father, and that will never change. Those two people are my life. But life is hard, and life gets even harder. I would say you look at my life now, and I have a lot of people that love me, I think. But 10 years ago, you could have given me a gun and pointed it at my head, and I probably would have pulled the trigger for you. It's hard to let that out. It's hard to talk about it. It's very, very hard right now. I'm very emotional. And just really quick to add, this podcast is going to be a lot of different things: happy, sad, funny, mad. So trust me when I tell you there's a lot more episodes coming that are going to be not as deep, not as, I don't want to call it sad, but not as truth-bearing, let's put it that way. Life has a way of throwing you curveballs. Knock on wood, God has been on my side. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. Just had my physical, my checkup. Blood work was all perfect. Even my cholesterol's down almost 90 points. So, I got that going for me. But depression is a silent killer. It is a killer that has taken many of my friends away from me. Death is a permanent solution. I guess you can say to a temporary problem, right? And there's a lot of people out there that are depressed, whether it be men or women. They feel they can't talk about it. They feel they're going to be judged, which fucking A, of course we're going to be judged. And that's the problem. People judge us left and right. I'm a strong guy. I'm a big guy. I'm the alpha male. But the second I break down and talk about what's going on, oh man, what the hell's wrong with you? Stop being a baby. Suck it up. Bottle those emotions. That's hard. I've been at the brink of the end many times, and this is going to be new for some people that never knew this. In my family, in my friend circle, sometimes I really get down on myself, and I even think that the world is a better place without me in it. And that people will look around and say, you know what? He's gone, but now we don't have to deal with this. We don't have to deal with his depression. We don't have to deal with his anxiety. We don't have to deal with him constantly feeling the need to talk to someone. It's fucked up. It is completely fucked up that I've had friends and family members that have taken their own lives because they thought nobody cared. You go back to me getting my divorce. The day we had to go to court, I won't say his name because, I haven't asked him for permission to use it. One person showed up to my divorce. And I'm not blaming others. I'm not saying they had to be there. I know people had work, but one person the day of my divorce going into court. It was me and one person. Where I stood there for 35 minutes, realizing my life was over. I lost my house. I lost my family. And if it wasn't for Hannah's mother being such a good person, I would have never seen my daughter. The court wanted me to see her twice a week and every other weekend and then bring her back. By the way, that's how fucked up the court system is in Connecticut when it comes to divorce and parental rights. So that's a whole nother episode for a whole nother time. But you want to talk about having to be strong? That's where I had to be strong. And I did my best. I hid my emotions with alcohol. I hid my emotions with the gym. I just did everything I could possibly do to make myself feel better. And it's truly hard. Because even now, with all the people I hang out with, as much as I love my friends and they love me, I always feel like somebody's looking at me when I walk away saying, man, if only he wasn't here, we wouldn't have to deal with any of this. Oh, man. And it pains me because I would do anything for anybody. And I am hurting inside. I hurt a lot. You know, and obviously that's from all the trauma I dealt with, which I work on every day. I don't let a lot of people in. I don't let a lot of people know what I'm going through. But as I said before, all bets are off. I mean, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And what I'm sick of seeing and hearing about is people that I either grew up with, I'm friends with, or just walked by in passing, have taken their own lives, have OD'd on drugs, have thought there was no other way out because half of fucking America judges you every time you have an issue. I would have loved to take 150 people and put them in my situation and see how the fuck they turned out. Because I can tell you right now, out of those 150, I'm going to guarantee 147 of them don't make it. They don't do what I did. I fucking made it. I came out of that dark place. And do I go back in there sometimes? Yeah, I do. But I have the love of my wife, my daughter, and a lot of other people that pull me out of that dark place. But it is hard. It is very difficult to talk about this. And I think that that's a big reason people are going and dying and just letting themselves disappear because they are afraid of judgment. We were told growing up, and I'm not just saying me and my family, everybody, as a man, be strong, be tough, don't cry. I've had my heart broken. I've had my heart shattered into a million pieces. And I was told, it's going to get better. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Me not worrying about it was me driving 100 miles an hour in the car. Me not worrying about it was me drinking too much whiskey. Me not worrying about it was me doing things that you couldn't even think of doing at the gym, which probably fucked up my body so bad, but I did it anyways, because I wasn't supposed to think about it. If you catch where I'm going, this is how most of us are. It's just that be tough, take it like a man. What does that even mean anymore? Take it like a man. I have no issue. I have a daughter, but if I had a son, you want to cry? Go ahead and cry. You want to talk to me? Talk to me. You're depressed? Let's figure it out. I'll be fucking damned if I find out that my child is gone because they didn't think they could talk to me. You fucking serious? This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to talk about. But that's why I bring it up. Because I'm like, you know what? We're gonna make this work. Okay, I'll always say, if I can help one or two people that listen to this podcast and decide, you know what? If JD can do it, I can do it. You are better off here than you are dead. I pray that anybody listening to this that is going through what I'm going through or has that daily struggle and fight, that you do not go there. Crawl your way out. I don't care if I go a month being perfect and then I have a day where, let's say Hannah's with her mother and I just tell Tara, listen, I need some time to myself. I need to lay on the couch. I don't know. I just need to do something so that I don't end up causing permanent damage to people that care about me. Because I know if I wasn't here, I think there'd be a lot of people that would be very hurt and upset. And that's not fair. So anytime I get that feeling, I decide to be that person that I need to be now. And I make sure that it stays away. Stays away. It is, I would say, you take a look at COVID and all those years and to now, there's a lot of people that just are not coming back because of their depression. They couldn't handle it. There are a lot of people that just chose to do other things and they're not coming back. Being able for the first time, and I would say almost my whole life, to be honest and tell people that there was more than one occasion, like I said, that I thought about not coming back. I thought about hitting that 100 mile an hour and just, you know what, wherever I land, I land. It is one of the hardest things for me, and I think anybody, man or woman, to talk about. Nobody wants to be vulnerable. But I'm going to tell you right now, please, and I mean this, please, if you're going through it, just reach out. Always send me a DM, send me a text, call me. I don't really pick up the phone much. Texting is easier, but if you need to talk, I'm going to talk. I have thought about this for a long time. What I was going to say, how I was going to bring this, up to people, and this is my out. Untamed Conversations is the way for me to spit out every little thing I need to talk about so that I can go to bed knowing that I said everything I could to help somebody's day, to help somebody's night. It is a battle of demons, and thank God, knock on wood, right now, I have been stronger than my demons and I'm still here. I hurt a lot. I do have my moments where, yes, I'll break down and just be in tears. And I don't expect a lot of people to understand that. There's certain people, names not included, that are younger, that have no idea what I go through. Because I think this newer generation just, and no disrespect, but their thinking of depression and having a bad day is, my cell phone died. My parents won't give me gas money. I can't go to the party. I forgot my passwords on Snapchat. That's that new generation. My generation, me, being very much included in this, my bad day is, am I going to drink that bottle of Jack Daniels? Am I going to take something so that I don't wake up? That's what I dealt with for a long, long time. I am proud to say that I'm not there anymore. And I'm not, but I still go through my dark times. But my dark times have gotten a lot easier now. but it is not fair sometimes. I think that certain things I do, certain nights, I look at Tara and I tell her, maybe you are better off without me. You know, I don't think Tara expected this life when she, met me when we first started dating. She had a path to do certain things that I guess you can say I derailed them. And every day I try to just make sure our life is better. I do everything I can to make her life better. But there are many, many moments that sometimes I just feel she would be better off without me. I have times where I think Hannah's mother would be better off without me. Because as much as I try to be the person for everybody, I hurt deeply. I truly thank everybody who has reached out to me about the last couple episodes, about me talking about what happened to me as a kid to getting me to this point now. I'm a strong motherfucker, that's for sure. And I'm not just talking about physically. You know, I might have my ups and downs and I might go back and forth, but for me to be able to get out of my mental and not take it the whole 100 yards and take it to the extreme, I'm doing something. I'm doing something right. And I'm just going to keep trying to do this. You know, it's, I think a lot of people go through this when they feel they're not good enough. When they feel they can never get to where they're supposed to get to. There's a lot of times now where I still feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at my job. I'm not good enough at the gym. I don't take care of my family enough. I'm not a good friend. And it's hard to think like that. But it goes through my mind. And to this day, I still think about, like I said, that Tara would be better off with somebody else at times. Obviously, I love my wife. But I don't want to be a burden on anybody's life, ever. So this is why most of you that are going to listen to this are going to be like, holy shit, I had no fucking idea. What? Yeah, because I don't want to tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to look at me differently and say, you know, we're sorry or we feel bad. I don't want anybody to fucking feel bad for me. Okay? I just want anybody who sees me out or listens to me understands that I'm here for a reason. And every day I have to get up and I push further and further to make sure that I am here. You know, it is a struggle. That is for sure. There is no easy day for me ever, and I will be 100% truthful about that. In the last 15 years, I have not woken up one morning and said, you know what, it's go time, I have nothing on my mind. Every single morning, I have to prep myself. I have to mentally prepare myself. I listen to a couple videos on YouTube, and I start the day. It is a slippery slope when you get to a point that I'm at, where you don't know if you're always supposed to be around. You don't know if, like I said, you're good enough for these people in your lives. You know, are there times where maybe I think, you know what? Let's say we're at a big group dinner and there's 15 of us. Maybe in my head sometimes I think, you know, if I wasn't there, nobody would care. Nobody would give a shit that JD was not there and that JD's never coming back. To be 35 years old and to have dealt with as much shit as I've dealt with in my life, somebody's pushing me. Somebody is hanging something over my head saying, you're not going to have an easy life. It's never going to be easy. And I see that now. And again, it's not feel sorry for me, because there's people that have had worse lives than me. There's people out there that are super sick, and I pray for you, and I feel terrible. There's people out there that have no family, no friends, and if that's you, please reach out. Let's talk. Let's just shoot the shit, get it all out there. But to know in my head that this is how I think is something that I need to work on. I've seen therapists. I've done that. It's helped, but these are demons that I have to deal with. And I know, again, people have heard me say it. I'm sure people are tired of listening to it already. Luckily, you won't have to listen to it much longer. We're going to get better. Things are definitely going to get better. And I think that, I don't have a choice. It is going to be JD, man the fuck up. And I know we just talked about that, but I tell myself that. I don't let anybody else tell me that. Nobody dictates my life and when I'm allowed to feel like shit and when I'm not. So I just, I want everybody to know that the mental health issues are real. And if somebody kills themselves, they didn't do it for fucking attention. They did it because they had no other fucking way out. They thought that everybody was against them. They had no fucking way out. And if you don't think I've felt like that numerous times, you're crazy. These are thoughts that go through my head, and I'm like, you know what? Luckily, at this point in my life, like I said, I've learned that I would never do that to myself. My daughter will always need her father, and I will always be here for my daughter. She is my shining star. She is the person that keeps me going. Obviously, Tara knows it's her too, but it's a different keeps me going for Hannah. I want to be at all her softball games. I want to train her and teach her how to play softball. I want to, I want to be around for my daughter for as long as she wants me around. I want to help her go to college. I want to help her go and do whatever she wants in her life. And that is my goal in life, is to make sure I'm always here. So if that means I got to wake up every single fucking day and just battle my demons all day, I'm going to do it, because that's what we do. And I appreciate all of you listening. As always, this is Untamed Conversations, and we'll get back to you soon, and hopefully we get some, more positive feedback. Thanks.